So I was talking to my buddy the other day who's not really into woo-woo stuff. It doesn't fly with him. Give me the facts, give me the science, give me the logic. If it's not backed up, I don't do it. And he asked me, Clark, you talk a lot about vibe and energy. Is that just a hippie saying everything is energy? Like, what does that actually mean? And more importantly, can you actually control that? Like, can you get into better vibes? Can you get into a better energetic state? So in this video, I want to simply explain what the heck people are talking about when they talk about high vibration and good vibes, and also give you 10 habits, is that 10 fingers, that you can do, very simple stuff on a day-to-day basis to raise your vibe. Let's quickly explain on our handy dandy little chalkboard what the heck vibe is. What I'm about to share with you comes from this book called Power versus Force. One of the first books to back up what the heck it means to actually have high vibration. We're just gonna call this the high vibe chart. So it looks something like this. So this is a cone that has the different stages of consciousness, and these are gonna list the different vibrational frequencies. You could think of these instead of vibrations as just miles per hour on a car or going somewhere. So you see if you're going 20 miles per hour, it's not that fast, but it's 700. That's really fast. That's kind of vibration, right? So you're moving really fast when you're in these up here, really slow when you're in these down here. Now, what are these? I'll write them out. We'll do them 5 at a time. Things like fear, grief, apathy, guilt, shame. Now, you don't want to experience these emotions, obviously, right? And that's why they're lower vibration right here. It just makes sense. Problem is, most people don't consciously know that they're in these states. So when you do things like in this video of consciously raising your vibration, you're able to get out of these and tap into the next 5 and so forth. The next 5. Courage, pride, anger, stress, desire. Okay, so these are higher than these, but they're still not the ultimate ones because these are very egoic. Courage, pride, right? It's all about me, 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 me. Up here, you'll start finding that high vibes are more about us and we. So up here, we have things like love, reason for doing something, your why, acceptance, willingness, and neutrality, which is the break-even point. Final 3, we got enlightenment, joy, and peace. These all correlate with a different state of consciousness. We don't have time to get into that. This is like your level of awareness. This is vibe or conscious awareness. But see, as you move your way up, as you do habits, you are scientifically increasing your vibration, or to use that car, you're moving faster, right? And these 10 habits will show you how to do this. All right, was this arts and crafts helpful? Smash that like button, subscribe if you're not already, if it was. High vibe habit number 1, we got the crystal hack. I'm a big fan of crystals. Got some right here, got some back there, all around the room. And a lot of people say crystals are BS, they're ultimate hippie. Maybe they're right, maybe they're not. All I know is that I love looking at them and they make me feel good. And that's what it is. It's all personal to you. They are very high vibrational when you look it up. You can do your own research on this. Different crystals vibrate at different energies, but a lot of the sacred spots, either at high elevation or all around the world or where we build things, those are high vibrational spots. In fact, I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona, and there's way more quartz crystals in the earth here, and those hold on energy. And I find myself in a way higher vibe here than I was in gloomy, doom Seattle. Even in phones and technology though, we use diamonds, we use crystals because they hold energy. So crystals, don't just write them off. You can look into them. I find they're a very high vibe habit, super easy to do. Go to your local farmer's market, talk to the girl with dreadlocks, get some crystals in your room, barter with them, get some good deals. So get this, you are about 70 to 80% water, depending on where you measure, okay? The earth is around 70% water. We spend so much time talking about food, and like I thought about putting food in here and telling you all these vibrations of foods and stuff, but one that's way better is just water, focusing on good, clean water. Because think about it, you can influence 70, 80% of you just by drinking more water, getting clean water, or getting pure water. That's mind-blowing. You want to feel good, drink more water. So when I was interviewing this legend in the holistic health space, Paul Sheck, he's one of the greatest. I went to his house in San Diego, and my friend Brian and I are there, and he gives us a cup of water. He's like, that is the best damn water you will ever find on the face of the planet. And we just kind of laughed and we drank it, and instantly it was like, something was better about that water. And he showed us how he did it. And he built himself this huge rock circle under the moonlight, and he would carry these like 20-gallon glass jugs and let it soak there under the moonlight and in these rocks, and it would charge all night long. He went on this huge point about how water carries, it has some sort of higher intelligence to it at the microscopic level or subatomic particle level, where everything is energy down there, vibrates, and so you can actually influence it through those things. He also did things like praying over his water and just giving it an affirmation, the water right there. You can look into Dr. Emoto's research as well. I know that has some controversy around it. He basically had a few cups of water and he would whisper things in them like, I love you, or I hate you, or he would play heavy metal music, or he would play Beethoven. And then he froze the water, looked under it under a microscope at the crystals, kind of like snowflakes, and he found the ones that he gave higher vibration to, right? So more up here of enlightenment, peace, joy, love, reason, and less things down here. Well, the ones up here were like beautiful snowflake crystals, and the ones he looked at down here with like heavy metal music, they were deformed, gross, ugly, black, green looking sludgy crystals. Hack number 3. This is what I call the password hack, and it's super easy, super quick. You can do it in like 10 seconds. A lot of people talk about affirmations and okay, think positively and all this stuff, but what's laying under your nose, what's easy to do is just change the passwords on your phones, on your logins, to things you want to become. So for example, my exact bank account password is, no, I'm kidding. You might consider changing a password on your phone to I am rich 24/7 365. My life is badass 24/7 365 explanation point. Something like that. It's just a password hack. It's really easy to do. Hack number 4. So for this next habit, I brought you to this mirror right here because this one's really powerful. It's kind of weird, but if you try it, I promise it will make a huge difference. There's a guy, I'm blanking on his name, but he came up with this saying Ho'oponopono, and it was a series of 4 sayings. And he worked in this prison where the inmates were like, there was no hope for them. It was like death row, convicted criminals, all that stuff. This guy decided to do an experiment where he would look at the files of these inmates and he would say 4 things. I believe it's I love you, I forgive you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, stuff like that. What happened from the intention of doing that is in the prison, everything started to change. Using that same logic that your words and your intentions have power, one of the ways to raise your vibration is to do that to yourself. So I have my own spin on it. If you're ever feeling down, I don't do this as much anymore, but it was something a year ago I would do. I would come to the mirror and I would lock eyes with myself. Okay, so literally staring into your eyes. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul. So you look yourself directly into the eyes and you say, I love you, I forgive you, and I accept who you are. I love you, I forgive you, I accept you for who you are. Just do that as long as it feels good. Don't worry about anyone walking in. Don't worry about people judging you. It's not lame. Just try that. So much of our life, we're starving for validation, for affirmation. Maybe you didn't get enough as a kid. Maybe you didn't get enough from a partner. Maybe you didn't get enough from yourself. You don't have to wait for other people to give it to you. And you can feel just as good, if not better, from it. So try that. Again, you're locking eyes and you're saying those 3 things. Powerful technique, just using a mirror. Hack number 5. So we just spoke about water, and something even more important than water is the breath. Breath work is so high vibration, so powerful. Man, if you take one thing away and try this, it's, I would argue, the biggest thing that's changed my life in the last year. You don't have to wear orange robes and go to some cave to do this in the Himalayas. You can literally do it with your phone and just find some breathwork videos on YouTube. I got this from Wim Hof when I interviewed him. He showed me how to do it, and ever since then, every time I get stressed or find myself going back down into the lower vibrations, right? Breathwork instantly changes your state, brings you back up. So I'll link down below our breathwork video where I take you through 3 rotations of different breathwork. It's guided, you can follow along. Try it for 21 days, okay? Literally come back to that video, follow along with it. You don't have to do anything, you're just breathing. It doesn't cost any money, it's absolutely free. It's something you can do in like 10 minutes and just watch how much of a better state you're in. Maybe you start your day with that. Do it first thing in the morning. Such a high vibrational thing you can do. High vibe hack number 6 is scripting, okay? I consider the journal the biggest thing I've done, the number one thing I've done, the tool that's transformed my life. We have tons of videos on this channel about it. Journaling is one of the ways you can tap into your subconscious mind and influence it because it's only influenced through emotion and repetition. Those 2 things, that's it. High vibe hack number 7. This one's really easy and it's not anything physical you do. I want you throughout the day to picture a giant scoreboard above your head. Like if you've ever been to a sports game, you ever been to a basketball game, and every single time you find yourself going into a low vibe, give yourself a -1. And every single time you find yourself doing something that puts you in a high vibe, give yourself a +1. And visualize the scoreboard above your head. You get frustrated, you get really angry, you start going in these thought loops, -1, -1, right? Or you stop it, +1, +1. You brush your teeth, +1. And I know this sounds a little rudimentary and kind of basic, but get in the habit of that. And you start rewarding yourself virtually, and you know, it's up in the air, but you start earning some gold stars for the positive things you're already doing, and it'll get momentum. You'll want to do more of them. High vibe hack number 8. Okay, this one is, I don't have a word for it, so let's just call it the I love it hack. About 8 years ago, I was graduating from college. I moved like 6 times in the span of 6 months. It was crazy. I was going in and out, moving all around and stuff. One thing, if you've ever moved, you realize is that, you have to downsize. You kind of have to get rid of a lot of stuff. And as I was doing that, I was looking at all the stuff I had, and I realized that I had just been collecting a lot of things year after year and taking it around with me. And I honestly stopped and I'm like, do I even like this candle right here? Do I like this thing? And if I didn't, I would just throw it out. Who cares if I got a good deal on it, or it was 2 for 1, or found a steal on it or something. If it doesn't make you happy, get rid of it, because I think you'll find so much of the stuff you have in your place is just carried around from the past. And sometimes our past can kind of suck us down and bring you into a low vibe state. So one of the quickest ways to raise your vibe is not go out and get everything new. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if you have things that are no longer serving you, or you're not attached to, or you just don't necessarily have a good energy with, getting rid of them makes room for more energy. And I find that the cleaner everything is around me, the more easy it is to tap into high vibe states. High vibe hack number 9. If you're trying to swim, and I was doing scuba diving, right? And done 5-6 dozen dives in my lifetime. It's really fun, I love it. But when you're first starting out, you have a weight belt, okay? And you put a weight belt on because when you're breathing oxygen, you float. And so when you breathe it out, sometimes it's hard to get down to lower levels. So you have a weight belt so it sucks you down easier, okay? Well, when you take that weight belt off, you float right back up. Right? So it's the same thing. I want you to think of that. When you cut these lower emotions off, or these lower vibes up, you naturally start to elevate. Your vibe starts to raise up. One of the quickest ways to do this is the next habit, and that is forgiveness. Okay? Because look, right? You have anger, stress, desire, pride, fear, grief, apathy, shame. Those are all unforgiveness, right? That's all holding stuff over people. And when you're able to forgive, or resolve some things and just not hold grudges against people, it's like magic. It just lifts you up completely. There's a quote by Mark Twain that sums it up great. It says, "Forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it." There's also a quote that says, "If you're going to hold on to resentment, you better dig 2 graves." But if you've ever had a conversation where you just cleared the air with somebody, how much lighter did you feel after that? Pretty good, right? The bonus way to raise your vibration is to spread the love. So do that right now. Click that like button right down there, smash the heck out of it. It helps us out if you're liking this video, and subscribe. Make sure those bells are set to on so you don't miss anything, and you're the first to know when we drop new high vibe videos for you. So I want to give you a gift right now. It's our new course, The Law of Attraction in Action. Okay, this is a compilation of some of our best videos and some bonuses in there as well. And it's 100% free. You just put in your name, email, and you get instant access sent straight to you. I'll link that down below. It's The Law of Attraction in Action. If you want to get in a higher vibrational state, if you want to reprogram your subconscious mind, if you want to learn how to start changing your life, that, my friends, is a fantastic course and a place to start. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stop settling, start living. See ya.